I bought this reflective bubble wrap. It's got a 3R value. This garage door's already got some insulation in it, but it's not real good. It's just regular cheap stuff that came with the door years ago. And I'm insulating it better. It'll help hold the heat in and keep the cold out, I'm hoping, a little more, which helps keep the house warmer. Right now I'm putting on double-sided tape. Stuff's very thin, but it's very sticky. And then I'll put my other piece on, but after you instead of putting a little bit in spots here and there, I just decided to just run a bead all the way down, a little more simpler. The biggest part is sometimes getting this stuff loose. I mean, the sticky parts, it's so thin, it's hard to get my fingers around the edge and pull it, but once you do, it works real well. The stuff is very, very sticky and stays on extremely good. And once you get this on there, I cut this insulation. The door is 21 inches. There's like a ½ inch up in here and a ½ inch down in here. So I don't want to just cover this wall. I want it to loop and come all the way up under the metal and this metal, which will help hold it on and keep it on sturdier and help add more insulation to the bottom and top of these doors. So the main thing is, once you start putting it on, you want to make sure you just got it good and straight when you first start putting it on. My actual door width from at the top in here to here is like 21 inches, but I am cutting it at 23 inches in width. 1 inch that will overlap up in here and 1 inch that will overlap down in there. You just, after you get it measured and get it cut, you don't have to really measure. I just guess at about what the 1 inch would be. And I just start pressing against the tape to help hold it. Press against tape to help hold it and keep it in place. And then start just tucking it down into the door. Like I said, you got about 1 extra inch, but it helps cover that bare metal down in there, which should help. You just got to be careful you don't jerk your fingers out real fast and cut your fingers on the back of these sharp edges on these doors. But this helps hold it in place. I was going to use caulking, but I figured this would be just as good. Seems to be able to get the bottom in a little easier than I can the top. But just a matter of going down and shoving it all back up in there. And you just repeat and keep doing the same thing with all of these panels. Sometimes these panels are off by a 1/4 inch, they could be a little different. And naturally, like mine here at the top, it's only about 15 inches versus 21 inches down here. So you just have to watch what you cut. But this doesn't take very long. It also reflects and puts off a lot more light, makes it brighter in here, while adding some insulation into it. And I've been cutting everything with a razor blade knife. And after you got it all stuck down in there real well, I just run my hand back over about where I had the tape, make sure it's holding real well, but I don't think it would fall out even if I didn't use tape. This door I didn't use tape, and I may leave it that way to test it, or I may just take it back off and then redo it, I don't know. But this should help insulate it a little bit better, and it also reflects your heat and keeps it a little warmer in here. And I'll know more in time when it starts getting a little bit colder out.